Hi friends, this is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I'm here with you guys today for a reading for my Leo collective. So welcome to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome back. If you are not, these readings are timeless and they are general collective readings. So this one is for my Leo collective. Like I said, if you are a sun, moon, rising, maybe you got Leo North Node, Leo Dominant, 5th house stellium, however you define your Leo-hood, welcome to the club. I'm a North Node Leo. And that's why I include myself in the Leo club. So FYI. All right, you guys. So let's get into your reading today. But first, I got a quick plug. It is general. It is collective. So it's not going to resonate with everybody. But if you want a reading that is just for you, you can get a personal monthly reading in your inbox for only $17 a month. Okay. I actually have other options. If you guys want a 30 or a 45-minute reading on a monthly basis, we can do that as well. But there's a link in the description box below that will get you to where you need to be if you want to place an order for that. So thanks for being here, guys. All right, so let me take a sip of water, and then I gotta tell you, I didn't even get all my cards out before I started filming today, because every now and then on the cut, or like as I am dealing the cards, like a message begins to take shape, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be a big one. This is going to be a, are you sitting down, Leo? All right. I think it's a really good message. I think you guys are at least moving towards a really, really, really great place. But let me show you what cards came out, and then we'll get into it. First things first, Vintage was some oracle I haven't heard from for a while, but she really wanted to come out today. And we got these beautiful, beautiful cards. Release and purity. And I want to show you what I have been seeing in this card a lot lately, is that this is a figure of somebody, which I am going to say is you. All right. She has a little bit of a pooch in her belly right here. I'm not calling her fat. Don't worry. She looked good. All right. But it says to me, it indicates pregnancy. And that doesn't mean that you're having a baby. Okay. This could be for a masculine Leo as well. But pregnancy in a literary and philosophical term means that you've got something that you are ready to nurture and grow. All right. Something that you are in the process of beginning to create, that you will eventually be giving birth to. All right. So it could be an idea, a project, a new job, a new life path. Who knows? But here's the thing. This cloth that you've been wrapped up in represents something that has kept you from being able to pursue that dream or pursue that creation. All right. So you can see this is somebody who's kind of trying to throw off that. That's what I see her trying to do. She's struggling through with that cloth, and it's very, very heavy. It's very, very dense, especially when we compare it to the veil that is coming off of this person's eyes. Same person, but we'll get there in a minute, all right? Also, you can see this card is, I'm not saying it's darker, but they're in a darker place, okay? It almost looks to me like this is a hole in the ground. And that I don't even know if it's the sun or the moon. A celestial body is drawing her upwards. But this is, for this figure, that upward movement is very natural. Like it's just an ascension. Whatever is going on within is just natural for you to gravitate upwards. Like you're raising your vibration, okay? Which means that there are certain things in your past that if you stay in the place that you've been, if you stay in this kind of like hole, if you will, they're going to keep you. It's actually, it's just some energies that make it difficult for you to naturally ascend. Okay. So things that are kind of weighing you down. I'll tell you something else that comes through with cloth for me in cards is that, like, we're born naked, right? It doesn't matter to anybody if we die naked either. Who gives us clothes? Society. Okay, so in cards, in tarot cards, nudity represents the authentic self, and clothing represents the role that has been ascribed to us by society. So do you see how she's trying to, yeah, you guys know, okay? Maybe society has always told you that you're going to be a really good accountant. And so maybe you went down that career path. Maybe this cloth represents like a degree in accounting. Maybe it represents like 5 years of a career in accounting. All these things that you've been wearing around, but then you realize that's not me. Like, I'm not an accountant. Some of you guys are accountants, so don't let me put that down, all right? But some of you guys are like, you know what? There's this thing in my heart, this desire in my heart that's just like, it's like a great big old hot air balloon. And it's just lifting me up out of this hole because I got things to do on the surface of the earth. Okay? It's a really beautiful energy. Pardon me. So this is where you've been, okay? I feel like this is where you are now, where this cloak, you're beginning to see through it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not as substantial as you thought it was. And in fact, getting free from it is not as difficult as you initially thought that it was. Okay? I'm gonna let you guys know, spoiler alert, we got a Two of Cups reverse right here. For a lot of you, this cloak is the way that society has taught you to participate in relationships, how you value yourself when it comes to relationships, which is dependent on how society has taught you to value yourself, and also maybe a particular relationship that you're in. Okay? They're now also wanting me to talk about that fabric is woven. It doesn't just manifest overnight. It takes time to weave that fabric. So for some of you guys, this represents the fabric of certain relationships in your life. Okay? And she's looking at these fairies. I'm not quite sure what that means to me just yet. We'll see if it comes up later. All right? So here you are. And I really feel like this dress, okay, these two things right here on her shoulder are looking to me like peonies. And peonies or pink flowers are always representative of self-love. All right. So this looks like somebody who's like, you know what? I'm looking at myself the way I feel about myself and not the way that society feels about me. And I'm feeling good. All right. But also I'm beginning to see that a lot of the perceptions that I had in the past aren't really valid for me anymore. Like, this veil is being lifted and you're like, oh, I can see things clearly now. Okay. Yeah, that's who you are. And I feel like there's this attitude of, she's in this world, right? Like she's been standing in that grove of trees for who knows how long. And then all of a sudden the veil is lifted and she's looking around and realizing that she's in a grove of trees. Okay. To me, that's, oh, trees are ancestors, you guys. Trees are ancestors. I'm just letting you know. That's what that symbolism means to me. Somebody being surrounded by this beautiful, strong, ancient, wise energy. All right? I have to go adjust my heater's just blasting me right now. I'll be right back. All right, Leo. So you're breaking free of some sort of relationship, behavior pattern, belief system that was not allowing you to rise up to the person that you were meant to be. The reason why I'm feeling like it's a relationship, like I said, you guys, this is when I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna hit record before I let any more cards come out. Because the deck that really wanted to talk to me, again, it's a deck that I haven't really heard from in a while. By the way, haters gonna hate. Is the Crow Tarot. And I love the way the lion shows up in the Crow Tarot. You wouldn't expect it. You're Leos, so you'll have some appreciation for that. So that was kind of my first thought. Was like, oh, Crow Tarot wants to come talk to Leos. Makes sense. There's some beautiful lions in that deck. And one of those lions is here at the head of the caduceus. This is a caduceus, right? It represents communication. And that is a pretty traditional symbol to find on the Two of Cups. This is reversed, which means what it says to me is that you have come to the realization, part of you getting yourself out of this entrapment is the word that wants to come in. Entanglement is that it's just no longer vibrates with you. To me, that's what like Two Cups. Imagine, you guys know that scene in Jurassic Park where the kids are hanging out and they're just starving and they're eating and they have those cups of water and there's that like in the background, right? And you see the little like cups of water vibrating. That's the image that I often get from the Two of Cups when I see the two different cups of water are vibrating at different frequencies. Makes sense? That's the realization that you came to. Me and that other thing that's got me all entangled, I need to disentangle from, because it, like, just keep that image in your mind of these two cups sitting side by side and the ripples in them are at different frequencies. No matter how much like you're trying to get up to this higher frequency, their frequency has the potential to override yours, even though yours is higher. Okay? Because that high vibration, that frequency, that's new. If you want to step into that, you got to leave the old one behind. I know. All right? But it makes me feel like there's especially something with the communication and maybe even the way this person talks to you. You're like, who do you think I am? Who do you think you are talking to me like that? It doesn't make sense. That's what some of you guys are beginning to feel. Like, don't talk to me like I live in a hole. But you do live in a hole. And you know that. You want to get up on the surface of the earth. This could be past energy. It could be present. Everything's very fluid. Take it as it resonates, okay? But you're coming to this realization and it's good for you. It's good for you. This is how you're feeling. You're in your feelings now in a really good way. You're like, you know what? Don't talk to me that way. I know the vibration of my own cup, and I know that's some good stuff. This is you, this King of Cups energy, is somebody who's very aware of their emotions. Like, you know what? I know what my needs are, I know what my wants are, and I know that this situation is not providing it. And so you're just going to take the mature route. That's all you want to do. You don't want to burn the place down. You're not scratching your name into anything on your way out. Boom! Because you're a boss. Your goal is to just take control of the situation. And it's the Knight of Cups. I wasn't going to mention it if it wasn't another major, but that's beautiful. This is just as saying, you know what? I'm going to take my beautiful cup and my white horse, by the way, purity, innocence. I'm going to take my white horse and ride my happy little cup right on out of town. Because it's time to boss up in this situation. It's time to realize that I'm responsible for the energy that I expose myself to. There's a Page of Cups underneath that. Wow. That's just a lot of emotion, you guys. A lot of emotion. But, Seven of Swords. I'm not going to go any further. You just want to do what's best for you. Before this gets shut down. Because a Page of Cups and a Knight of Cups coming out, that says, you know what, my heart's still open. I can still take it somewhere and do something with it. You don't want to get to the point where this thing that's out of alignment with you gets you, like, hurts your heart so much that you have to shut it down. For, like, closed for repairs. I've been closed for repairs for a minute now. All right, we're going to put that down. But you know what I mean, right? Sometimes when you're not in a good situation, you're like, oh my gosh, this is not good for me. I'm going to go ahead and go. And sometimes when you're not in a good situation, you don't see it. And universe got to bring you one of these. That's why I stopped, you guys. I cut the deck. I pulled the Crow Tarot right out of the box, cut the deck, Two of Cups reversed, and a Tower card. For some of you, this struggle, like, oh my God, I got to get out of here, begins after a Tower moment. For some of you, this tower moment is just entirely internal. You have just realized, like, this is not, first of all, look at the number of crows flying around, all right? One of the things that really, like, my clairaudience hearing the message happens with this deck more than any other, because we all know what crows sound like. Caw, 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 caw. There's so many crows, you guys. This is like, there is in the, is it the Light Seers Tarot? The way that crows appear in that deck, there is, I don't know if it's the 2 or the 8 of swords, and then there's definitely a 5 of swords, where that swords energy, that like my thoughts are kind of attacking me, or like, ew, I don't like this mental space that I'm in, kind of energy is represented by the crows. It's represented by a figure who's kind of like, the crows are everywhere. That's just the vibe that I'm getting with this, okay? This might have been like, I'm not going to say that. That's morbid. Just something that slowly, like, there's all this noise and chaos going on in the background, and you're dealing with it, and you're dealing with it, and then one day you just can't anymore. You can't ignore the chaos going on in the background. Or it's just swirling around you. All right. So something about this tower, this relationship, this partnership, this endeavor was built on a faulty foundation. And that's why the universe came in and struck it down. Okay. I do feel like there's a time element here. Some of you guys are like, I don't know how to say it without it coming out kind of wrong. For some of you guys, you're like, that I straight up had this pattern when I was in my early 20s. Nothing lasted past 60 days unless it was really going to last. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like my connections had this time limit. It's your trial period, right? Where you're like, I'm not 100% committed to this, but I'm trying it out. You know what I mean? And some people, they're like, I just know what I want. And if you haven't shown it to me after 4 weeks or 8 weeks or however, like, it's just time to go. For some of you guys, there was like a timing element in your mind surrounding this. You'll know. You'll know better than I do. Look what's at the other side of this. You guys can see what's behind the tower. Why the universe came and brought this down. To heal you. To heal you, to get you to step into your ascension energy. By the way, this is Aquarius. As much as this is a timeless reading, I did feel prompted at the beginning of the reading to point out the fact, y'all, people need to stop. I'm just going to vent. People in astrology groups, stop and do your research. It's not that hard to figure out how many planets are in Aquarius right now. It's only 5. I've been seeing these memes like, oh, we have 7 planets in Aquarius. Y'all, did we get to 2 new planets? I don't think so. Look it up. It's an ephemeris. It's a like Google current planetary positions and then count. There's only 5 planets in Aquarius. But you guys, there are 5 planets in Aquarius right now. Aquarius is the opposite sign of Leo. And what that means, that there's likely whatever planets you have in Leo, we got like a whole fruit salad going on in Aquarius that is in opposition to Leo. All right. So anytime there is a tension, where like you're down here, but you're meant to be up there, trust me, the planets are going to come around, throw some lightning bolts your way, and boom, 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 get you where you need to be. The universe is really supporting you right now, and it might feel like it's not, because it might feel like the way it's supporting you is by stripping from you the things that are going to get in the way of your ascension. Sometimes it'd be like that, though. There have been some things stripped out of my life. I was like, really? That had to go? Dang. That hurt. That had to go? Really? Really, Spirit? Spirit's like, yeah, that had to go. Some of you guys going through that, all right? Some of you guys are going through that. But what's on the other side is your true, authentic self. This is gorgeous energy, you guys. This is gorgeous. You might need to go within to find it, though. In fact, this The Hermit always has the little lantern. And what do we see inside the lantern? It's the Merkaba. It's your star. It's your light body. This is real ascension energy. But also look who he's chilling with. A tree, ancestor energy. And that snow represents purity. Some of you guys really are having to get away from the social narrative. Get away from the beliefs that have been handed to you or perpetuated by the society around you and tune into yourself. And when you're like, all right, I got to tune into myself and what's really important and what I really believe. And when you go to looking within yourself, you got ancestors there. And I always recommend everybody, if you want to get into ancestral worship or even just like connecting with your ancestors, research your ancestors. Don't go picking from other people's cultures, okay? Research yours, because the gods that your ancestors prayed to, they know your name. There's a lineage there. And in fact, like, I'm going to be real with you. I got pagan ancestors and I got Christian ancestors. And it doesn't matter because they all know, like, pagan gods, Christian gods, saints, all those, they know my name because my ancestors have been praying even before I was on this earth. Understand that that kind of lineage exists. All right. So for some of you guys, you're going to begin. And a lot of you, this is true of the Celtic people. And I know it's true of a lot of indigenous cultures out there, is that the colonizers came in and took the stories away. And the way that you recover those stories, you go within. Remove the veil. Go within. Okay? Okay? Oh my gosh. That's exciting. And then I will leave it here after boom, boom, boom. 3. Oh, now I know what those 3 fairies are. We had 3 major arcana come out right here. The Tower, the Star, and the Hermit. Boom, boom, boom. This is building your bridge. Do you see? Look, we have this imagery again. Right? Being down in a hole. It's almost like, right? Like what if the universe is building you some pull-up bars? Get you out of that hole. I like that. But also, you see these 3 fairies? There is an extra orb right there, but boom, 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 all right? This, for some of you guys, these are plans, these are dreams that you gave up on a long time ago. And you're looking at them again, and they're looking really good. And Spirit's like, we put those there for a reason. We put those dreams in your heart for a reason. And now we're going to help you ascend to the place where you can finally begin to pursue them. Look at that star, you guys. I can't with this. Look at, I love this reading. I love this reading, you guys. I love this reading. We're going to go. Since we've been talking about ancestors, pardon me while I reach behind you, thanks. If you guys have been digging and jiving on this reading, having a good time, resonating and whatnot, hit that like button for me real quick. I really appreciate you being here today. Feel free to please subscribe, leave me a comment, share it with a friend. I used to joke, I haven't talked about Deborah in a long time. I used to joke about Deborah, like the imaginary friend that everybody has whose life is just really not together. And sometimes you see a tarot card reading, you're like, girl, that's for Deborah. I'll know she'd watch it though. All right, divine spirits of love and light. This is less going to be about what kind of ancestor you're connecting with and more about the energy that they would like to share with you at this time. Because that's some freaking bomb. You got you know what? 2 of Cups reverse is a sad card to see. But everything that came out after that was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, you guys. And no reversals either. Healing. You're going through some healing. Ooh, we got 3. 4. Oh my God. Beautiful. That's exactly it. Wise one, grow within your current situation. This is just you. There's actually, it's called wisdom. There's another card in this deck that looks a lot like her, but her hair is down and there's an owl on her shoulder. That owl just represents the wisdom that is being shared with you at this time. And that crescent moon above the owl's head is that many of you are being invited inward by your ancestors because they want to prime your intuition. And we got another crow. Oh my Lord. But this crow is calm now. Do you see that? You have calmed the crows. See, that's why, like, last year, I was right about this time last year, right before quarantine, right? It was the start of quarantine. I was like, yeah, I wish I had a murder of crows. Just like, if a gang of crows would just, like, show up in the tree across the street from my house and, like, freak out when I need to freak out and, like, chill out when I need to chill out, that would just be kind of cool. I feel like that's the kind of message you guys are getting from the spirit world right now. Like, they're telling you when to panic and they're telling you when to chill out. Okay. But there's something that, like, you listened. These crows are like, caw, caw, caw. And you were like, oh, we're not. No, we're not in my house. But also, right, you're the crow here. And you're the crow here. And you see how she's just holding you. Yeah. You're surrounded by ancestral wisdom at this time. Okay. These are the wise ones. Grow within your current situation. And this is the kind of, this is very, this is the kind of guides that speaks to you in questions. They speak to you in questions because they know you know the answers. They just want to, they're just like leaving the little Reese's Pieces for your little ET to just like follow. All right. Mirror guardian, take time to reflect. As you're leaving this situation, this one, you are going to, and even look how, I don't know, there's some connection between these two figures. The wings. That's not even a wing, that's her cloth. Anyways, what I see going on here, ooh, and she's looking in that mirror and she's seeing the universe. This is just, you're going to have to reflect because here's the truth. Every Two of Cups situation you have, every relationship you have is really a relationship with yourself. You got to look at what was your relationship with yourself when you were in that situation and how is that something that you're going to build upon in the future. Because you're looking in the mirror now and you're seeing the freaking universe. You're seeing the cosmos. You're beginning to understand how eternal and multidimensional your soul is. And that's pretty cool. This Three of Wands energy. Yeah, there's a Six of Wands under here. Victory. This Three of Wands energy always, you know, it's somebody like standing up at the top of a cliff and they're like watching their boats and everything like there. This is about something being sent out into the universe and delivered to you. I feel like rather than an arrow, this almost should be a boomerang right now. Because in the Three of Wands, typically we're like, oh, he's waiting for his boat to come back. Nah, this dude shot an arrow and is waiting for it to manifest. All right. So there is something in you. This is also very much an Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords energy, some sort of idea or inspiration about your path, about the direction that you should be going in. Because this wise one knows where you need to be. And this mirror guardian is giving you an opportunity to stop and look at where you have been compared to where you want to be. And then you got a whole crew. They want you to be open to healing information. Look who we've got there. It's the Caduceus. It's the Caduceus. Okay? Same symbol that we saw with the Two of Cups. Okay? So this is very much, a lot of this energy is just kind of like your spirit guides, your ancestors have kind of set you up on this path. Here, when you get to this point on the path, when you really start looking about the direction you want to move in, they're going to be bringing you healing information that's going to allow you to move in that direction. Okay? Whoa, we're at 29 and a half minutes, you guys. There is not going to be an extended for this today. This is the reading that you've got, but come on, you guys. This is gorgeous. Leo, I'm really proud of you. Whatever it is that you are working on, whatever you're freeing yourself from, please understand that you are moving in a gorgeous direction and that spirit is guiding you every step of the way. It might take a minute. Ooh, look, they're coming in again. You might be presented with an offer, a relationship, a friendship, an opportunity that just all it's doing is bringing you salve for your wounds. Okay? So somebody who treats you with respect when you speak to them, maybe. Something like that. I don't know why I feel like that's the thing that wanted to come up. But you guys, much love to you. Definitely check out your other signs. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care.